Do you think Khabib will come back? Like for what you think, not facts. I think you don't think he would.
I don't think so.
Not
I think
even
he
for
did.
Conor McGregor money.
He had a perfect career. Why would he come back to fight another challenger? I mean, maybe for Oliveira, but I don't think he will come back to fight another guy that he already beaten because it's nothing to gain. It's nothing to gain.
You think they would do Conor McGregor? Yeah. So what I think is like they really want Conor to win against Dustin Poirier, so they can have a reason to do the rematch between Khabib and Conor.
I don't think Khabib will do it.
You don't? Ooh.
Yeah.
That's, he said he will fight you. Would you ever consider coming back to fight him?
Khabib is different than Usman because Khabib he's undefeated. He has like he's among he's probably the GOAT. If you consider
really
who has
so?
who had the career, who has the most dominated career of all time, Khabib is right up there. He almost never lost a round, you know, almost nobody ever win a round against him. So for me, when that fight, they were talking about that fight, I was motivated to do it because for that reason, you know what I mean? But the problem is there's no way I can make it. Like 2 years, like more than 2 years ago, I was ready to try it, but now like to make 155, it's impossible. And even I don't think Khabib can make 155. Tell you the truth, you know, like he's bigger than me. So I think like in a catch weight, but not 170, but I cannot go down 155. And the older you get, the harder it is to lose weight.
For sure.
So, and I'm close to 40 years old, you know, let's forget it, you know, it's done.
That's the other part. Like what I think is, would you put your legacy, you know, like just, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see you there. I know you wouldn't love to make a comeback because the stress and the camp and everything. You kind of say like you like the prep, not the fight night, right? But I don't think it makes sense, right? Like neither for you or for him, because let's pretend you guys agree to that. Like you're looking for like a last one, and Khabib look for a last one. You win, he's gonna want a rematch. Right? And then they say, dude, but I say it is my last one. You're like, well, that's not fair. And if the opposite happens, Khabib wins, you would like a rematch. And he's like, no. That was my last one. It's like, oh, come on. And then it kind of goes what you say, like it never ends.
Yeah, well, the fight, you can play it 100 times. It could be 100 times different result. You know what I mean? Sort of, it's never gonna play out the same way, you know, every time, because there's so much thing that can influence a fight, you know, the causality. It's very hard to predict.
Exactly.
But if you would, like 2 years ago, or maybe even 1 year ago, a few months ago, I would have done it. If the star would have been aligned and say, oh, we're going to do that in the catch weight and everything would have been aligned, I would have considered to do it. But now it's COVID and everything, and it's all done. And they talk about they were talking about 155. I'm like, forget it. There's no way.
And he said he wouldn't go up either. He's like, oh, I'm the champion 155. Why would I go up? And like, so it's not 155. It's impossible for you.
I to tell you the truth, I believe the whole weight. It's a big problem, weight. You know, because I never cut a lot of weight. I walk around. When I wake up this morning, I was 182 pounds this morning when I wake up. You know, so I'm sure Khabib is heavier than me. Like I'm pretty sure he's heavier than me. But the problem is his capacity of cutting weight is much better than mine. And he's better. He's a better weight cutter than me. There's guys that their body are more like a sponge. You know, they can lose and gain back water. I've never been a big fan of losing weight because I don't think it's good for your health at long term. And I think one of the things that ONE FC is doing the best is they don't allow weight cut.
Yes.
So they weigh in I think it's the week before, the day of the fight, and you're not allowed to have more than something like 5% than your opponent. And I think that's a very good system.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're a free agent right now, or you still have a contract with the UFC?
No, no, I'm with UFC. If I ever come back, I have to be with UFC, and I don't want to come back. I'm good where I am. I'm fine where I am right now.
Look, but if this Khabib thing at 170, that will possibly work. Let's say George, December,
No,
Khabib 170. How long do you need to get ready for a
no,
fight?
no. I'm
We're done.
I'm done now. It's not gonna work. We've tried many times. It's not gonna work, and it's not gonna be 170. 170 would be illogical to do 170. To do
him, right?
It would have to be a catch weight, or would have to be no weight at all. You know, like, okay, you have to, or you agree to a weight, and the day of the fight, you cannot be more than maybe 3% of. You know, I don't play with my weight. I don't mind.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it doesn't.
What would be like a fighting game plan for a fight with a guy like Khabib? That's
if I would fight
from,
Khabib, what would be my game? What would have been my game plan?
Yeah. So this guy is called the Notorious Lewis. He's asking what kind of game plan you have for a guy like Khabib.
Now that it never gonna happen, I can share it with you.
All right, that's right.
I would have take the center of the octagon, a lot of fakes and feint all the way in or all the way out. Stay away from wrestling him near the fence. If I engage the takedown, and I would have tried to engage, I would have engaged takedown. I would have done it in the open with my reactive takedown or proactive takedown setup. Using a lot of ground and pound, forcing him try to turn his back on me and go for rear naked choke. That's how I would have seen the fight going. To put him in a position that he never been in his life, to make him uncomfortable.
Yes,
where he never been, and that's would have been the game plan. But yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. Maybe I would have failed miserably. Maybe I would have win. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
We'll never know.
I'm yet to see a guy who does what you just described, like the feinting and threatening, like
a lot of creativity, spin kick, punch kick, movement, fake Superman punch, spin, kick the calf kick. You know,
it's a trademark, like the feints and the crazy good precise jabs and stuff like that. You will put a pressure that he never felt before. George.